Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take a few minutes to give you a graphic explanation of the new Senior Relocation USA. And I'm going to make the point here, new Senior Relocation USA, because it's no longer just a service to help your prospects and your new residents get their house sold and get cash back, as well as refer to senior move managers, which is what it originally was and has been, but based on advice we got from other folks in the industry who said, why don't you make it even more robust where it will provide not just helping the people that you've already sold get moved, but help the communities get new leads and help them get those leads sold so that they can then use the home sale and moving services that Senior Relocation USA offers. So that's what I want to tell you about. So you've got this situation. Here you are, or here we are, with this box of people who are prospects. And here you are with the community, and obviously you want to get these people moved from here into here. And what we can help you do is handle that if all you do is introduce your prospects to some of the tools that I'm going to tell you about. So all it takes from you is an introduction. And then what we're going to do is we're going to help make it easier for your prospects to move in. So let me tell you about how we're going to do that. How we're going to help you with that is we're going to help you motivate your prospects to get out of their house and come into your community. So we're going to help you motivate them with some very specific sales tools and educational information. First of all, the planning guide for seniors. If you haven't read this yet, it's a very motivational guide that helps people understand when it's the right time to right size to a better lifestyle in your community. And we've already got examples where people who have read this guide have made the decision to move after reading it. So the senior planning guide is one of the things that's now part of the package that we have in what we're calling our Platinum package of Senior Relocation USA. The next thing, and some of you listening may know because I've conducted them in your communities, but one of the big motivating things that we have that we're now including in the package is the seminars, the What Seniors Need to Know Today seminars about the financial and lifestyle issues of staying in a paid-for house too long and the advantages and benefits of moving to a senior living community. And part of this package is a discount if you have me come do those seminars. Now, the other thing that we're going to do, which is new, and I'll explain in a second, and if you order the 18-page document on this program, you'll be able to see, we're going to also have a quarterly newsletter going to prospects that have inquired for our planning guides, our transition guides, our home sale guides, and Senior Relocation USA independently of a senior living community, because we do market this to the public. So those folks every quarter, and anyone that comes in through you guys will also get this quarterly newsletter written by me and other guests that will provide another way to follow up and reinforce the benefits of getting out of an older paid-for house and moving into a senior living community. So motivate is one of the big things this new program is going to do for you and for your prospects. Okay, I've cleaned up the board a little bit, but let me just show you. We're going to motivate seniors to move out of their house and into your community through the Senior Planning Guide, the What Seniors Need to Know Today seminars that you'll get a discount on if you're part of this package, and the quarterly newsletter. And what that's going to help them do, and we've got evidence that this works, is help them decide. Help them decide to leave their house and to move into your community. So these three things are going to help them to make that decision above and beyond what you're doing. And let me tell you what we're going to do then once they've decided to help them with the transition. Okay, the one thing I didn't say was when you help them decide and they decide to go ahead and make a commitment to move to your community, what is that? That produces a sale. There's your sale for the community. But now what happens? Okay, you've made the sale. I'm going to tell you a term that I like to use is called implementation. Many people can sell lots of different products and services, but there's an implementation process that goes along with the sale, and one of the biggest implementation processes in senior living is getting people out of their current home or house, is a better word to use, and into your senior living community. So there's a whole process from the time they make the deposit to say, yes, we want to move into that apartment, of implementation, of implementing that whole moving process, home selling process, and all of that, downsizing and everything. And that, frankly, is the biggest objection that most seniors have, is the implementation process, the process of selling the house, moving, and all that kind of stuff. So we're going to help you with the transition, which is another word to describe implementation, is the transition from their current situation to the house. Now, I want you to think about this. If you're going to buy something, and somebody says to you, once you make your commitment to purchase our product or service, we're going to really make it easy for you to actually start using it. We're going to make the implementation easy. That's the transition in this case. And I want to show you why, if you tell your customers, look, if you make a decision to move here, we're going to make it real easy for you to get here. We're going to make the transition easier. What's that going to do? It's also going to help them to make the decision, which again is going to produce more sales. So back to have a little more room here now. We're going to go ahead then and say, okay, you've made the commitment and the decision to come, and you've said, oh my gosh, now what are we going to do? Now we got to do the implementation or the transition. And frankly, that's where most people get stalled. In fact, that's why most people don't decide, because of the hassle of the transition. And you say, guess what, Mr. and Mrs. Jones? We're going to be able to help you through that whole transition process. First of all, we have this handy transition guide for seniors that will take you step by step through the entire transition process, from getting your house ready for the market, getting rid of all of your stuff, making the move, saying goodbye to your house, welcoming your new home, is all part of this transition guide. So that's one way we're going to help, is with the transition guide for seniors. Okay? And then they say, well, but we still need to sell the house. And you say, not a problem. We're going to give you a home sale guide for seniors. And I want to make this point, for seniors, which the home sale guide is in the printing process at this time. And then you say, you know what? we can even help you find screened and qualified real estate people from the world's largest real estate and relocation company that 90% of the people that use this service recommend it to their friends, and guess what? You'll even get some cash back. Oh, we're interested in that. So you introduce them to the home sale service, and finally they say, well, but it would be nice to have a little help going through all this stuff and junk. We've never done this before, and our kids don't live near here, and we don't want to be a burden on them. Fine. We'll go ahead and introduce you to some senior move managers who are part of the National Association of Senior Move Managers. So we will help you with this whole transition process. Now, here's the big point. When they hear what you're going to do in advance of making the decision, many of the people say, oh my gosh, if you're going to do all that for us, then that's making it a lot easier to make the decision to make a move to your community and thereby provide you the sale. So now you've accomplished two things. You've made it easier for them to decide by doing the things in advance of the decision and telling them about all the things you're going to do to help in that whole transition process, which is going to help them decide to make a commitment to move to your community, i.e. you now make the sale. And then all of this stuff right here is going to help with the move or the transaction. And now you have a sale, and you've just helped with the implementation, which is the move, and you have just taken these people all the way up to your community from becoming a prospect to actually becoming a new resident. Now, there's a bonus to all of this that I want to tell you now. Okay, I've made another little adjustment so that we can see the whole screen here because we're getting to the bottom. But I want to tell you about the bonus for those that are actively participating in this platinum part of the Senior Relocation USA program. And that is, we actually market these planning guides and transition guides to the general public through online senior living directories. So people that are looking for retirement communities are also going to see that they can get a guide and a transition guide. So we're going to be accumulating prospective residents. We're going to be accumulating leads. We're going to be accumulating prospects. And guess what we're going to be willing to do for those of you who are actively utilizing these services? We're going to give those leads information about your community, thereby generating additional prospects for you. The other bonus is I could be spending money to have a sales team to go out and be selling all of this stuff, but you know what I decided? Why don't I use that money to recognize the people and the communities that are introducing this whole program to their prospects. So we've created a rewards program for the community and for the senior living counselors. So this is a rewards program for introducing the home sale service, part of the product and service. And the more that it is introduced, the retirement community will get what's referred to as introduction rewards based on the introduction, not tied to any real estate transaction whatsoever, strictly introductions. And the senior living counselors will also have the opportunity to earn introduction points, which can then be redeemed for travel and things in stores and all kind of cool stuff. So I wanted you to know about the bonus. So thank you very much for the time that you took to listen to this. And if you would like more information, you can simply click on the form here, and that will come to me, and then I will be able to provide you the 18-page document that will give you all of the details, including the membership agreement. Again, thanks for your time.